Rhapsody Art Barn. My name is Tracy and I am based out of Oregon in a brick and mortar here in Salem, Oregon. And I'm going to try a live video on YouTube today too. So if anybody's on and, oh, I don't know, it's a countdown, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's a counting up. I'm just new to this stuff. If anybody has any questions, I'll try to go back and look. But this is a part 3 of a, well, let's see. Central Park is what I've called it on my Facebook. So if you want to look at Facebook, you can go back and see Central Park part 1 and 2. Hey, Mickey. And if you want to, I'm doing YouTube, Mickey, too. So this is a first for me. So I'm trying to figure it all out. Okay, and we're good. We're live on both. I can barely answer the questions up here. So we'll see how I do answering other questions. And usually Miriam from Timeless Artistry by Miriam is on to help me, and her grandfather's in the hospital. So she's not going to be able to pop on live, which doesn't matter to you other than she sometimes answers questions and puts in links. I have new products and I've showed a little bit of them. One time I showed the glass plaster, the Posh Chalk, and it is now on my website. I am trying to put the cracking stuff on my website and the other new products. They will be there tonight. I'm sorry, it is not letting me put them in yet. Some of them are. So if there's an issue with that, I'm trying to do both. If there's an issue with that, I will let you guys know on my Facebook page. But as far as I know, I can put them in as soon as I'm done here. So let's get crackling. So I'm opening up a new Posh Chalk wax brush, and I will say these are my absolute favorite wax brushes. I love these. They're not too big, they're not too small, they're super soft, and I never clean mine. I know I'm bad, but I use them, use the heck out of them. This one still has wax in it, but this is brand new, loving it. So that's the Posh Chalk. Everything I show you guys is on my website, rhapsodyartbarn.com, and there are links everywhere. And if I have time, I will go in and put links in tonight. If not, I'll go back in when I have time. Okay, so we're not using the glass plaster today. Today we are going to use the cracking paste, and I'm gonna tint it with the color kicks. So color kicks are just liquid pigments, okay? And these are all Posh Chalk. Hey Liz, thanks for coming on. Kathy's on. Okay, and so just like the pen tart, and I love the pen tart products, so I sell them both. But this is new, so you gotta use all the new stuff, right? Okay, so this stuff is the base. This is the step 1, okay? So just like the pen tart, this is like what is under every kind of cracking medium that you're going to use in this line, okay? So step 1, it's called cracking gel. Okay, so this is what you do when you're starting your process. This is the one that you do. So remember, the gel is first. Gel is first on everything, on the paste, on the enamel, and the difference is going to be the paste is going to be those thick, chunky white. This one comes in white, the paste. Cracks. Oop, it's dripping. It's dripping. I'm going to use this stuff off the top. Clean dry brush. Always clean dry brush when you're working with crackle. Okay. So I'm dripping it everywhere. And I have started this, and I'm going to, oh, I guess I have to turn you down. Sorry guys, hold on. I'm dripping, I'm making a mess, and you can't see it. You want to see my big hot mess, right? Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get you down so you're looking at the project and not me. There we go. Good enough. Sorry if I'm crookedy, but you're going to be able to see the project, and that's all that matters. Ooh, ooh, and it came out of my thing. Cameron, I have technical difficulties here. Sorry, guys. He's gonna fix me up. Sorry. it just does not want to stay in that little holder. Okay. Sorry to the YouTube people in the house. Okay, that's good. Let's just put it down a little bit as much as we can and then leave it there. Yeah, that's good. I'll try not to mess with it too much. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to do this one so you're not a hot mess. Because, oh, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I can't twizzle. I can't twizzle. I'm just gonna do what I can. And I'll try to make sure that you guys are in frame. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so clean dry brush. And this paper I put on is a crackle paper, so I'm gonna just add to that in places. Okay, I'm not even like, no rhyme or reason. I'm just, the only way I'm gonna be able to tell that this stuff is on here is that it will dry shiny, like super shiny. And we're just gonna see how it does. Now I'm facing you, so this is the top of my picture. So I wanna get some around my top of my picture. And I may not go over this with the paste. I may go over some with the enamel, some with the paste, because it's all the same base. I can do that. And I'm gonna cover a little bit of the molds that we put on, and I'll just go over what I've done already real fast. Yeah, I'm crooked. I'm crooked to you, to me, and to you I look straight, so I'm gonna have to mess with my cameras. Did I say I'm an artist, right? I'm not a computer, a computer person. I can do enough to get by. Okay, so what we've done on this, and I'm gonna go over it real fast while I'm doing this just like hodgepodgey of crackle that we're gonna apply. I have put down a textured layer of paint, and that was what we started with, and I believe we used Sandy Blonde. And then I put down the paper, which I used a Decoupage Queen crackle paper, and I ripped it up and put it around the edges, and you can see that's kind of crackled. Then I put a Decoupage Queen Central Park is what it's called here. If I don't put stuff over this, I'm not gonna, it's no big deal. And I can do it right over the image, just so you can see. I can do it right over the image. It doesn't have to be, but if I don't, it's no big whoop. Like if I just put on the base coat, it's not gonna do anything. It's gonna make it shiny. I can go over it with the wax, will probably dull it down, because I am gonna use some wax. Okay, so I think I've got a little bit everywhere, right? A little bit here, a little bit there. Then on top of that, I put the Would You Bend, and I did a little video on that. I arranged this Would You Bend. I cut them up. This is 2 pieces of Would You Bend that I kind of created. And then I took just I don't even know what this came off of. I have it over there. It's a big long piece of Would You Bend. And I just took the middle of it to create that centerpiece. Okay, so that's where we are, and I used skeleton key, and I kind of pounced it around to kind of like incorporate that blue color within the whole picture. Okay, so now we're using the crackling gel. Okay, that worked out. I put it in the cap, that little insert in the cap, and then just closing it up so it has that insert. Now this stuff should be water-based. However, I'm guessing that it's similar to the fine line crackle that I'm gonna be using this stuff. So I'm probably gonna use a solvent-based, a wax, to zhuzh this up. Some of them you can use a water-based product, and some of them don't love the water-based. So I'm guessing that I can use the water-based. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. It's best to let it dry on your own if you have time. Heat sometimes helps with cracks, but I'm gonna let it sit. Usually, and again, we're playing with the new stuff, usually it doesn't take too long to set up, and then you're gonna use a different brush, so I put my brush in water. Okay, Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna set it aside and just for a second let it dry, and I can use the heat if I need to. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna mix up some of our next step, which is the color. Do I want to do that or do I want to open my stuff? Kind of want to open my stuff. Look at my nice clean table. Sorry, you guys. Okay, I'll show you guys. Let's see. Here are the color kicks that I'm going to use to create the kind of a turquoisey blue. It's in the same family of the skeleton key, the gray blue that I've used already. And I'm going to be using the Aegean Ocean blue, the Ebony Noir, the black, and the Mocha Delight, the brown. Okay, those three colors will make the color that I need. There are also white, a pine green, a different kind of blue. It's called Royal Indigo, a darker, deeper blue, a dandelion yellow, and two reds, a garnet flare and scarlet. Fun, huh? So you can use these to make any color you want, basically, right? So we're gonna use these three colors to create, you probably saw a little bit of the dark blue because I was playing with the colors already. And we're gonna create the paste. We're gonna put the paste on next. We put the base on, we put the gel on. The gel goes under anything, right? That is crackle. And now we're gonna open the top. So we're gonna use, probably we'll use some enamel too, but we're gonna take the paste. Maybe I'll pull out the enamel too. I don't know if I'm gonna mix some of that up with the blue or not. I might just wax that stuff. So I don't want too much of this blue. Yeah. Okay, so look at that, how nice and thick it is. And we're gonna just take our little palette knife and we're just gonna grab a little bit. We don't need that much because honestly, we're not gonna try to crackle the whole thing overbearingly with the paste. We're just gonna add a little bit of dimension, but I'm hoping to get a couple spots that you can see. Maybe I'll do a couple. Hey, Lynn, thanks for joining. I'll do a couple, maybe I'll do a couple little. And it looks like you can mix this stuff up. It's pretty thicky. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit before I pull the next little goop out because I took one that was kind of chunky. I don't know. Again, this is a different medium. And I love the cracking paste of the Decoupage Queen. So I am not at all taken away from that. But every medium's different. And I sell them both, so we may as well try them, right? Okay, so let's do equal parts. One of the blue. We're just gonna start with one each and then we can add, and little goes a long way. Oh, I just stuck my hand in there, but I was gonna show you. A little bit goes a long way. One of that, one of the black. My resident mixologist helping me with this. Cameron, Haley's boyfriend. Oh, I did two. Darn it. I gotta do two of the rest. One more. I might have to add more white. Come on. Okay, this one's like bubbling and it's not coming off. There we go. We'll see. I might have just created a hot mess now. I just want one drop, you guys. The brown went a little crazy. Now I'm gonna add a little more plaster. Paste. Because I think I got too much. Okay, we'll try it. Okay. And that should make the blue that I want. And if it doesn't, we're gonna blame Cameron. No, I'm teasing. We'll fix it however we need to. So since the paste is white, you really need to account for that when you're doing your mixing. So although it looked like I put a lot of dark colors in there, you're really gonna have to get through that white base. So for instance, if I'm doing the enamel, which is clear, and I'm coloring that, I'm gonna need to add that white base to make it this color. That makes sense. But look at how pretty. Doesn't that look the same tone as that that skeleton key? It's darker, which I wanted darker, but it's the same tone. And if I want to lighten it up, I just add some more of the paste because that's white already. Okay, so let's see where we are in our drying process. Water-based, so I can take it off with a baby wipe. Let's check our project. And I'm actually gonna put this stuff away because we're done with this for now. I may need to do an enamel, but I'm gonna do that in a sec. Then we'll mix up the enamel and you can see how I do that too. Okay. So it is a little sticky still, but it did get a lot drier to the touch. But there are spots that I actually need to move the petals around a little bit because the way I did it was so hodgepodgey. Did I get any up here? I don't think I put any over on this side. Those of you on Facebook probably can't see that side, but I don't think I did this side very much. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more of the gel over here because I don't think I got any over here. I got cat hair over here. Okay, so this is the gel for the enamel, but it should be the same, like I said, it should be the same base coat. So I'm just gonna get a little bit more in this area here. This ratty brush. Okay. I'm hoping I don't go too dark. I might, because I can't spread it out with water because I'm not using paint. I'm using crackle. So we're gonna try it. And I might just leave some clear and just add the cracks. Only do some of the blue. Got a big puddle going on over there. Looks like it's drying pretty well, and unfortunately it's drying so well I'm not even really seeing where it is anymore. I'm gonna use my lighter one. I don't want it to go away and then I can't tell where I put it. Maybe I did put it over here and it just disappeared. Because like the decoupage queen is quite a bit shinier when it dries, but this stuff is looking pretty. It's disappearing on me. I kind of know where I put it. I think we'll be okay. Hello, Linda. Okay, let's grab now this I'm assuming is just like any other crackle where you're gonna wanna do it in, oh, it's already drying. Oh, you guys, okay, I'm in kind of hurry. You're gonna wanna do it in like, let's see, where can I start? In like smooth strokes. Oh my goodness. This stuff is sticking. I'm gonna have to like, I don't know how much crackle I'm gonna get out of this. I might end up just doing some paint and water in this dark blue, because I don't want it to be, I don't know. I just went into some wet crackle. I don't want it to be this dark everywhere. See what I can do. I'm gonna dry it and see what happens. I might be switching gears and just doing the crackle enamel over everything and just doing a little bit of drippy blue. See what we can do. I'm hoping this paste like chunks up and like crackles, but I don't want it to be like everywhere. I'm just gonna play. Okay. And look at, okay, can you see that dark? We're gonna do a lot of stuff. It's not just gonna be this blue. So, and I want it to chunk up. If it does, I'll be happy. So let's see if we can kind of do a mottled effect in some areas. Okay, that looks still wet. I'm not gonna do it over that. I'm gonna do crackle over that. Clear. But maybe under here, give it that 3D effect. That stuff seems still wet. Might be jumping the gun. And if you want, you can leave the cracking paste white and just paint over it, or leave it white. So you could do a snow scene or something. No, that's still gooey. I know I did some in here. You guys, I can't even see it anymore. Might have to do a little bit at a time if you do it at home. Oh yeah, it's kind of chunking up over here. So that you don't forget where you put the stuff, because it looks like it's drying a lot clearer than I thought it was going to. I mean, not as shiny as I thought it was going to. So apparently if it's still shiny, it's not ready. And that is not what I planned on. So if I were to do this again, I would probably do it in steps. But I'm loving this paste and the color. And we're just gonna keep adding all the way around, and then we're gonna start adding some dimension too. So let's just get where I know I put some. We're gonna blend it out and get some of that pulling away, hopefully chipping, cracking, because this is supposed to look like a, the pieces are not even symmetrical. Like, looks like it's kind of broken apart and chipped off. That's fine. That's what I want. I don't want it to look at all perfect. I want it to look very aged. We're gonna be using some rust paste, and then we're gonna try some cinnamon on it, and possibly some different colored waxes. I got some new pigments also. Some new colors came in from Posh Chalk. There's a graphite pigment now, and an iron black, and a smoky charcoal. It's like a graphite. Not pretty? Yes, it is Posh Chalk. We're playing with Posh Chalk, the new crackles. This is a crackle paste, and I mixed it with 3 colors: black, the Aegean blue, and the brown, the mocha. And I'm making a colored paste to put over the crackle medium, but apparently I don't know where the crackle medium is anymore. So, so I kind of ruined my own little thing there. I mean, I can kind of see it in places, but it dried a lot lighter than I thought it was going to. But what I'll do is I'll go in with the regular crackle enamel. It's a 2-step also, and it'll create cracks anywhere that I that I put the stuff, if I missed anything. And I'm just tapping it on, so it may not work as well as me, you know, doing a chunk of it anyway. I want it around my edges, but they weren't dry yet. Oop, oop. And I don't want to overrun it with the blue, so I am gonna switch to the clear soon. I'll just use what I have here. And I want it in those little edges. Give it that 3D effect. Up on the edge. I can see there's some crack in there. And because of the way I'm doing it, it's not going to be like if you just put it on a smooth surface and let it do its thing. But we'll see what we get. It's kind of the fun. Just do whatever it does. Let it do whatever it does. Because this is a perfect project for that, because I really don't care what it ends up looking like. If there's pieces missing or, yeah, that's kind of how it is. Ooh, now it's getting thick and I'm spinning it everywhere. And it's drying lighter. So get rid of that little thing I did. Okay, so you can see here, it's starting to dry a lot in my container. See how it's starting to chunk up and create those cracks? That's what I want. I want that chunky, yeah. And if it has cracks, I'm gonna add the wax and it'll get down into that wax. So, the wax will get down into the cracks, that is. I said it backwards, but I knew what I was saying. The authentic look, the aged authentic look. Yeah? Is it showing up on everything? Okay, good. Thank you. I appreciate your help. We'll get me caught up to the 20th century one of these days, right?
Yeah, we'll try Twitch next.
What's Twitch? Do you guys know what a Twitch is? I don't know what a Twitch is. It's what I get in my eye sometimes, right?
It's another streaming service.
Different kind of streaming, huh? I know. I haven't really even done it in the TikTok yet. I'm really bad. Okay, so I'm looking up in the camera because oftentimes I can't see the whole picture as well at my angle as when I hold it up into the camera. Oh, there goes my wax brush that I like so much. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to see that and see it's starting to get gooey, kind of sticky. So I'm running out of time, I can tell that. So you don't have, again, that kind of goes with the doing it all at once in a large batch or doing it in smaller stages, because we don't want this to like waste. We don't want to waste any of this stuff. Okay, so I'll do a little bit on the edges here, but I'm running out. Okay, and my brush is getting very sticky. Very sticky. The stuff is getting sticky. I could always mix up more, so I'm not like in a hurry, but I'll just use up what I have. And then hopefully, is it balanced pretty much? Got the blue everywhere. I really like this color. Really, really like this color. Okay, so on the edges. Okay, so now let's get our crackle dry, and I'm gonna mix up a little bit of the, oh, I don't have to mix anything. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the cracking enamel. already have the gel down everywhere, remember? So now we're gonna take this cracking enamel, which is a whole separate system. There's cracking gel that comes with the paste, that's a two-part that's on its own. Then there's the cracking enamel that comes with the gel, that's on its own. And then there's just the enamel that acts as a regular two-step. Oh my goodness. This one's brand new. Or I've used it and I stuck it together. I think I used it and stuck it together. This one is not coming open. I can feel it slipping. It wants to. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna make a noise. That's the best way I know to open things, is to slam them on the ground. It's like that pickle jar. I think I got it off center though. Okay, Cameron, I need you. I got it almost, it's like off center now. Thank you, he's gonna do that. Okay, and we're also gonna do some of the iron paste. And look at all these great waxes. I told you, I got it off center now. Look at all these great waxes. These are all Posh Chalk as well, patinas. That's their wax. So we've got Byzantine. This is a precious patina in radiant gold. We have pale gold. This one's the pale gold. This one's the Byzantine, I think. I'm pretty good. Nope, I'm backwards. Pale, Byzantine. I've got a dark brown and I have a silver. I brought out the graphite in the Decoupage Queen because I don't have a graphite. I have the graphite, the new smoky charcoal, in the pigments, but not in the wax. But so next we'll do pigments. I've got to get this enamel going. We'll get that done and then we'll move on to the pigments. He's got it for me. Did I glue it shut?
It was glued shut, yeah.
It's glue. This stuff is glue. Okay, same clean dry brush, and I'm just gonna go right over all those places that I know I put it, and I'm gonna do it not too thick, but I'm not being underly generous either. I can hear that. It's okay. You know how you can hear yourself in the background of something and it's like, I don't like to know what I sound like. I don't know. I guess it's fine. No, I sound like Mickey Mouse or something. You never sound like yourself to yourself. Okay. Sometimes I have to go back and watch a video and figure out what I used and something, because I can't remember. You know how many videos I've done? It's like hundreds. So then I go back in and I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch myself. I want to show you, but I don't want to watch myself. Oh, Linda, that's Cameron, Haley's boyfriend. He helps me out here sometimes, which I'm very grateful for. He's my he can fix anything and he's good at tech. So, you know, all the important things that I am not good at. He actually worked for our Rod's Plumbing and he still does sometimes. Okay, so I'm just adding wherever I think I might have put that crackle, and I could be wrong, but that's where I think I have it. And I'm hoping that it will do more cracking. Now some of this paper is already cracked, so I'm not gonna stress too much over what it does and doesn't do, but it'll just give it even more dimension, more cracks, if it works. Okay, I'm gonna put some in here and up here, all around the town, literally. That's Central Park. Okay, and then we'll see if it, I don't want to go back over what I've already done, but apparently I'm doing it anyway because I can't even tell what I've done. Okay, let's see how that dries. That should crackle up a little bit somewhere. Oh yeah, you will, Linda. Are you coming up at all? I know, Linda's in Arizona and her brother's married to my mom. I don't know what that makes her to me. You know, when they start getting extended family, I just say they're family. I can't figure second cousins, first removed, sisters-in-laws, all the things. Yeah. I don't want to put this on so tight it does that again. Okay, so I'm going to hit this a little bit with the dryer. It has been so crazy this week. You know, the rain came and that always does something to me. I want to be in Arizona with Linda, but my husband is not going for it. He is a plumber and he likes his Oregon weather. So the rain is back and it's just been one of those try to get everything done before the rain weeks. And then I've got my big class coming up. 13 people are going to be in this teeny tiny space. And we're going to be doing 4-foot porch leaners. Just family. Yeah, we're family. And the porch leaners are a hard thing to separate, to space out for 13 people. So, and I've got to actually make what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making nutcrackers on the porch leaner, but I've got to sit and design them. I got to paint it out. So that's been on my mind. It'll be fun. Yeah, I have plenty. So if somebody else wants to, not during that time, we're not getting more than 13 people in there. But if somebody wants to do one, I'll have it all set up and show it. And I did want to show, I know those of you on YouTube didn't see, but on Facebook, I did want to show my finished piece for the auction. I had to I was pretty proud of myself. I stinted him and I made him all, I put a little backing on it and look at how cute he finished up. He's got some glistening snow down there and I white waxed that so it's not so dark and I glued it all together and now that's his little porch sitter. Isn't he cute? She got a really good deal, Linda, if you're watching. It's coming to you tomorrow. I'll put it in the mail. I had to make sure everything was sound, and it took me a little while. Every day I did something different. Isn't that fun? Okay, so let's see. This stuff looks like it's still wet. I don't see any cracks. A lot of times with cracking stuff, I'm gonna hit it with the heavy blow dryer. They show up over time. Sometimes they don't show up right away. And then you always get worried. You're like, oh my gosh, it didn't work. But if you wait and come back and look the next day, oftentimes they'll show up. And it's, again, it might be the way that I did it too, because I didn't wait very long in between. I can see the paste getting kind of chunky. I wouldn't call it crackly, but chunky. It looks like it's gonna crackle in places. There it's starting to in some places. Probably best if you put it on one smooth surface than tapping it too. Because I probably pulled off some of that underneath glue by doing that. I'm gonna see if I can get some of the, but you gotta be careful doing this too. You don't wanna do it too hot and too heavy. See if I can get any cracks. Because next I wanna do some wax. I'm not seeing it here either. But it's clear, so hard telling. Hard telling. I have texture underneath. I really just went to town on this. We're doing all the things. I can't tell yet. So because I have so much going on, it might take until tomorrow to show up. Like it has to set, go all the way through and dry. I don't know. I still like the effect. See, okay, the paste got all kind of chunky and like it's gonna fall off in places. And that wouldn't happen without using the crackling paste. That wouldn't just, you know, naturally do that. In these spots here especially, you can see where it's kind of chunking off and looking old world and authentic. Look at how much more depth that has already. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm liking it better already, but it's still, it doesn't feel wet. Even though it's shiny, it doesn't feel wet. So we're just gonna keep going. Keep going, and then we'll see if any cracks show up and what happens. Okay, so the next thing, I want to use my water-based products first. Okay, so these are water-based, meaning I can mix them with water-based medium. I can also add them into wax because they are pigments. Now look at that sparkly. Can you see that sparkly? Oh, so beautiful. So let me mix a little bit up in a cup and see if I can show you guys. Maybe I'll do it on something you can see. It's more fun when you can see the effects. Don't put it on my project, but can you see all, this is called the smoky, what did I say? Charcoal, smoky charcoal, yeah. And I want to see if you can see that glitter in there. I don't know if you can, but let's add some Posh Chalk Pigment Infuser. Uh-oh, I need that. All I have is the big top here. We're gonna use the big top. But actually, I think I'm gonna grab it because it does mix better. You can use any top coat, but the Posh Chalk is, so just like the Pigment Fix, this stuff has whatever that stuff has in it for the decoupage queen and the metals. The Posh Chalk infuser is the same kind of stuff. It does react a little different with the mica powders and the metallics. So I do want to show the best of it. I want it to be the best it can be. Okay. So I like to put it to the side of it and then kind of pull a little in because I mix small batches usually. And let's see what it does. I haven't seen this color yet. It's pretty dark. This one's pretty dark. This isn't even the black. Now the lighter, the more pigment infuser you put in there, the more translucent. So if it was too dark and opaque, then I'm adding a lot of infuser to see what I can get it to. It still looks pretty black. Did I use the, yeah, I used the right one. Okay, now I'm curious what the black looks like. Shall we try that next to it? These are new. Okay, so that is the smoky charcoal. Pretty dark. Okay, now I'm gonna just, because I can, I'm gonna open up the black. See what that is. And I'm just gonna take a, interesting. I don't think that's as dark as the smoky charcoal. So maybe the smoky charcoal is the black and this iron is the graphite. I might have taken the names backwards, so I'm glad that we did this. Okay, so this is the one I'm probably gonna use. Okay, let's try it. Yep. Okay, so the The iron black is the charcoal and the charcoal is black. Okay, good to know. I don't want it to spill at all. Okay, so can you guys see that? Okay, just know that that is the iron black and that is the smoky charcoal. Okay. I don't live in Europe, so you know. maybe it's how they call things over there. Okay, good to know. So we're gonna be using this color a little bit, and we're just gonna, because this stuff is water-based, I'm just gonna add a little even more dimension, and it's actually got a little bit of shine to it, so I don't know. Might not even be this kind of project, you know. I normally wouldn't put shiny on here, but that's okay. We're just gonna have fun. Sometimes it doesn't, the dimension is cool no matter what. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm literally, here, I'll do it on this end. I'm literally just outlining a little bit of this blue with a darker color in the edges. Okay, I'm just adding yet another layer. Because I love the low lights down in the recesses. Okay, I don't think the black will be good, but I am just gonna see what it looks like up against it. And I'm using my finger. Yeah, I think it's too dark. The black is too dark. We need this, the iron. So we're gonna just get these on all of my edges around, kind of giving it a little bit of a depth in the recesses. And a different color. And we'll do this also with waxes too. So you'll see, we'll go around the edges of things, and we'll do that with the wax too. Different colors. Shading, that's the word I'm thinking of. Shading, or shading. But I'm pulling a little bit of this onto that blue and kind of transitioning where it looked like it was like literally just stuck on the piece, the blue. But this is a little sparkly for this piece, so I'm not going to use a ton of it. Super pretty though. Very pretty color. Need more glitter? Hey Ryan. Oh, is this going in your living room? Is that why, Ryan, you need all the glitter? He's joking. You know that, you guys. Oh. Okay, well, we got one person on YouTube right now, so that's good. So let me know if you can say anything, and then I'll see if I can see it. This is my first time doing the live, so that's fun. Getting all caught up to the new age. Okay, got a little bit of shading. I like that. Okay, I don't know if you guys can even tell the difference, but let's bring it up so you can see. Can you see the different? It's just gonna get grungier and grungier. that's also gonna bring, the whole thing will come together that way. Okay, so this is water-based as well. This is the Decoupage Queen Iron Paste. I have not tried this yet. And so, since the crackle should be pretty dry now, it's almost like a top coat. If it gets into the crackle, I'm okay with that. If it gets into the cracks, if it ends up not really cracking because of the way I did it, then this will just, I'll use some water and just, it'll drip down a little bit. You'll see. Bring in some even more dimension. Yep. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay. I haven't even used this yet. I've used iron paste before, but I haven't used the Decoupage Queen stuff, but I know it's all good stuff, so I'm sure it'll be great. Okay, this is some thick stuff. So, I don't know. Might need a stiffer brush. I'm just gonna start small. Okay, you guys, maybe I need another one of these. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm not using that anymore. Need another one of these little plastic things. And I'll try to show you how thick this is. That's some thick stuff. Let's see what happens when we add some water. Does it thin out and drip? Yeah. That's some deep, dark rust color. Yeah. Okay, so what I'd usually do is, let's see if I can do it so that YouTube can see me too. Okay. I'll lay it down now. Okay. It's dripping. Do you see those drips? Aren't those cool? So you put a little bit on, and this is some real serious shadowing. This stuff is the next level grunge, which is so cool. It's gonna take it to the old-fashioned look. And then if you want to thin it out or grip it, just spray your mister bottle. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I do like that. And I ended up using water, a lot of water, in the paste itself. I am not going full force in this, but I am really liking the grunge it's giving me. This is cool. I may not need to do as much wax if I can drip some of this. It'll give me a lot of that dimension. And then I'll use some of the wax to see if I can get some cracks. Okay. It looks like if I do it really faint, looks like I can kind of deepen my frame of my picture too. So I can do it over the paper using lots of water. So you don't have to limit it just to the wood and the sides. Can you see how much depth that's bringing in? So pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around and do some of this all over and kind of fix the areas that look too new, too nice. And remember, I am holding it to face you, so this is the top. And that's gorgeous, gorgeous color. I'm gonna get all the edges I can get. And not that I want a line around the edges, but that's where the shadow would be and where the grunge would build up. So that's where you, okay, now you cannot do this with wax because you can't spray your wax. So that's where this is different than a wax. And I will use wax too. I'm not done with the wax, but this stuff is cool because you can drip it. You can make it all drippy grungy. Okay, I'm gonna put it down so that YouTube can see. And I literally used, you saw like 1 drop of this stuff, and it is going a long way. Okay, my cracking paste is now starting to crack off when I use this with water, so just FYI, it does look like I can manipulate the cracking paste a little bit with this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna make up a little bit more. I don't know that I would ever go in full strength with this stuff. This stuff is pretty deep. I don't know where you'd ever need to go in full strength with this stuff. Getting my edges and my corners. And you know, oftentimes you guys, I'm gonna take you pretty far with this, but oftentimes I get off of my lives and I go in and look at it head on and zhuzh it up and add stuff. But with this product, once you do the wax is last. So I kind of have to go in and do this now, because if I start adding wax, then I can't go back to this stuff. The wax will be a resist to anything water-based. So I'm kind of trying to quickly, but I'm trying to get this part done now so that I can finish my project with you. But I can actually just do wax in one area, I guess. I have to do wax the whole thing. So, won't get the dramatic effect of it being done, but you'll get the look of what it's going to be. See, as I'm adding it to the edges of this paste that's kind of crackling, I'm softening the brush strokes that I made and kind of creating a different look. And I don't want to get that stuff too wet, so I'll kind of tap it back with a baby wipe too. I know I went a little heavy up here, but I want to see if I can still wipe it back. I did seal this whole piece with Big Top Coat from DIY before we started tonight, so that I can wipe stuff back. But you know, there's so many crevices in here. It's definitely picking up whatever I'm putting down. What is the texture when the iron paste dries? There's no texture really. I guess if you went in full strength, then it's gonna give you crust because it's so thick. But the way I'm doing it with water, it's just adding color at this point. It's not really adding any texture. But you could probably get texture if you do a glob of it, you know, and let it kind of crust up. Okay, I'm not seeing comments on Facebook if anybody has done that, but I will go back in if you have questions. Okay, there's a lot more I could do. I could be sitting here doing this because this is fun. This is where, you know, the whole piece starts to like look like what I've pictured from the picture I saw. Remember my picture, my inspiration picture was a poster of this kind of look. Like these weren't 3D, it was just a picture, a poster that I saw, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I want to try that. I'm gonna go in a little heavier here so you can see a little more of this rust in places, just in places. I'm not gonna go crazy all over. Oh, I guess I wet it a little too much. Now I'm gonna go in a little bit more. I want just a couple of places. I want a little bit of the rusty, crusty, just a deeper. I'm gonna keep building up. And sometimes I want just a pop of, I dropped my rust. A pop of that darker brown here and there. And I like that better than that stuff I had on, so I'm gonna kind of go over that too. If you go too dark, just, you know, make sure you have it sealed first. Make sure you have your piece sealed first, because if you go too dark, then you just gotta go in and wipe it back a little bit. But I want a few places, just a few that are the deeper iron color. Yeah. And I've kind of created those places with my blue. So I'm just adding to the places I already had it like that. So pretty. So I'm just going a little darker in just a few. And it's covering up the shiny. I'm okay with that because I don't think I needed that shiny all over. Okay, I think I got that too wet. I wanted this darker. Oop, I got it on my cap. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. What do you think? It's getting rusty. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, now let's do one big. Look, my paintbrush is now a ball. Okay, guys. Let's do one big. Let's see what happens when we do this. Okay, I know you guys can't see me down low. I'm going to try to keep it like so you can see both. Okay, one rusty, puddly area. Yeah, oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, what's going on over here? It's not. It's like it's not on center. I want it to have. Yeah, now it's more balanced. Nope. Okay, now that we got the water-based stuff done, and I think I'm happy with that, I'm gonna let it drip a little. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna let it live in its deep darkness. Okay. I don't want it to look fake, but I want it to look darker in those areas. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to my next things, which are the waxes. So I kind of have to get this a little bit dry. And look, I mean, this thing is gonna last you years, right? I just didn't even touch the surface of that thing. Okay, so now it's very wet in places, so let's dry it. I need to get out my big one. You guys, it's loud, I know, but you know. It's getting beautiful, huh, Lori? Slowly but surely. That's what all the layers do. Those layers are fun, fun, fun. If you want something to have depth, that's what you have to do, is just keep building them up. So how many layers do we have now? We have the paint that's textured, the paper over the textured paint. Then we did the paint on top of the paper, put the wood you bend on and painted. Then on top of that, we added crackle paste and enamel and a little bit of the graphite, which you don't have to do, but you know, it is another layer. And then this iron paste. That's a lot of layers so far. And then we're gonna do waxes. So that's why you need all the things. And if you need all the things, go to my website. I have it all. I have way too much, but it's good. It's good stuff. So I can see where I want to add more of the iron where I missed some spots over here and over here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I cannot wax the whole thing, but normally I'd like wax the whole thing. This is not drying. It's puddling up. I don't know. I guess while I'm sitting here, I should just do it. I should just do it. Just do it. Is that my fuzzy brush? No. Trying to find my little puffy brush I was just using. Because I'm mixing it with water, so it doesn't matter if it's wet, right? I just want to get a little bit more in these edges. Smooth that out. I'm actually just gonna wet the stuff because I didn't get enough. I didn't get any over here. I don't know what I was doing over here. I think I was probably thinking I'm gonna get wax crackle in there, but I do want to match it up. And you can see as I'm scrubbing it, I'm kind of scrubbing away some of that crackle, so gotta be careful. Gotta be kind of careful. And that hopefully is where it's gonna crackle in there. Got a little more dimension. Okay, I like that. It was not finished. It's not finished. I'm just making it so I have to dry more. Use your hands. Your hands are your best tools, I swear. Smooths everything out. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, now it's a little more balanced all around the edges. Okay, a little bit more. It is pretty rusty. It is. I went a little crazy. That's okay. I like it. What time is it? Oh, we've been going an hour. I always think this is going to go so fast because I only have a few things to do. Nope. Nope. That's why I spend hours in my shop. If anybody's out on Delaney in Salem, come see me. What do you guys did today? Hey, Ari. Welcome, welcome. We're getting our piece done, our Central Park. You might want to do a little plaque that says Central Park. That would be pretty, but I'm going to have to decorate it and then put it on. Because I'm not doing all of this stuff again over the wax. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Okay, let's see. I'm still not seeing a ton of cracks. So I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm not seeing them yet. They could show up still. I'm not saying I'm not like giving up on them, but I don't know. I don't see them. Yep. Probably did something wrong. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab the Posh Chalk wax. Late. Oh, thank you. It is beautiful. Thanks for sprinkling. Okay. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. So this is the Posh Chalk wax. It is different. It is, okay, so now we're into the waxes. We're out of the water-based stuff. It is different than the DIY. I don't even know if you can see the difference. The DIY is like a carnauba oil. It's very soft and buttery. And I could use the DIY wax right now just to seal it all up, just so you know. But I was gonna play with some of the Posh Chalk stuff, and their waxes are stiffer than even the Decoupage Queen. So this is called an extender. So it is a base, like you can use it just like I would normally put clear wax on this and then go in with wax, which is kind of what I'm using it as right now. But it also can be used just to lighten or less intensify the Posh Chalk patinas. Okay, so it is just a different consistency. It is more like a gilding wax in consistency. Okay, so I'm hoping this is dry, because what I wanted to do here is play in this area so you guys can see. And I'm gonna use this wax because we're doing the Posh Chalk right now, right? So we're gonna try it all. And we're gonna, it does tone down the crackle look a little bit, but basically it's just clear. See if I can go down the sides a little bit and show, maybe I'll do like a half. How about I do like a half? And again, I already base coated because I used DIY paint. So I'm smelling this. This is not like the DIY that's all natural. I'm smelling this as a petroleum type smell, just FYI. And you don't have to use it like I'm using it. You know, like you can just use it to extend the waxes. But it smells more like the gilding waxes do. Okay, so let's see. I have brown, silver, graphite, pale gold. Should we add any gold? I have kind of a bright gold in there. So here's the pale gold. That's kind of the same color. And here is the radiant. I pulled out 3 golds because this one's a light. What the heck is going on with me and opening things? I don't know. Maybe we're not going to use this gold. Radiant gold. I let Cameron go home. Dang it. I don't think I can get this one open. Oh, I did it. Whew. This is a bright, which might be kind of fun. This is a precious patina. So I wonder if this is water-based. That's probably why it's stuck. I don't think I'm going to use it because it's water-based. Like an aqua patina, I think. Okay. Somebody gets on that knows, let me know. Maybe I can tell by smelling it. No, I can't tell. I don't know if it's water-based or not. Then I have like a dark brown, which would do mostly what the iron did, so we probably don't need that. And then I brought out the graphite, which I think we discovered in the liquid form that I didn't need on this. So let's see. Byzantine. Here's the Byzantine. Which one? Oh, looks like it needs to be stirred up a little bit so you can see what color it is. Okay, here's the Byzantine. It's a super pretty gold, but it's deeper, darker than the pale. It's more Victorian antique. Or I have a pale gold. These are waxes. I'm pretty sure this is the pale. The heck did I do with the top? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, pale gold. Boy, are they different than the, they look so different than the patinas. I have to really look. But that is a pretty gold too. I know they both look pretty. We'll just, because I got it out. We'll just see if we should add some of this or not. And you tell me. I'm gonna have to look up and see if I want to do it or not. If it adds to it or if it takes away from what we've done. Again, just another layer. Okay. Oh, I think it's pretty. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty. Gives it another, kind of ties it into the middle. Oh, the Byzantine? Well, too late now. Sorry guys, we used the pale. We could add both, but I already started with the pale. Okay, I'm just gonna go around so we can kind of get an idea. And then we've got to get down into, shall we see if there's any cracks too? This is the top. Let's, because I already base coated. Let's see if we can get some cracks. I don't see any yet, but let's just see. So then we're going to use some dark brown for the cracks. You can use the gold, but it would make, it would change the look of the whole picture. I know I have a brown wax brush somewhere. I really want to ruin my stencil brush if I don't have to. I think I've used this in so long, nothing's coming out of it. Let's see if I can just get, I just want to see if I can get some of these cracks to show up. Anywhere. Anywhere, just give me any cracks. But I don't see them. Oh yeah, there's a little bit in here. I probably didn't put it on very thick because I was kind of dabbing. I don't want to ruin my little centerpiece here, but. Okay, now this is where the wax extender that I did, you know, that clear wax first. So hopefully I can pull back my dark wax and it'll just stay in the cracks because I don't really want to change the whole look of my picture. I've already put my rust where I want it to go. So now I'm just trying to get those cracks to show up, which they are right here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but they really are. They really are, I promise. Okay, let's see if I can get, I think I needed to go a little thicker with one or the two, the base or the top, or both. Because I can see it right here. I can feel it too. Let's see if I can get it anywhere else. Oh, I haven't put the clear on there. Yeah, I got a little crack in there. It just didn't go heavy enough, I think. Maybe they'll show up deeper later. So now I'm just going over everything with the wax. and wiping stuff back, and then the gilding will go on the top. This is not my Posh Chalk brush, it's dropping stuff already. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you like the top half? It's getting a little grungier, a little more cohesive. Let's do a little more over here. So you can see that crack starting to come through. There we go. Now we got some cracks over there. Okay, let me show you that. Yeah, I think I went heavier over here. Let me get this side just before I lift it up again. Yeah. Ooh, those are some pretty cracks, you guys. And they might even get even stronger, and I could go back over them tomorrow. Again. Okay, let's see. Can you see up close any of the cracks? There's cracking paper, but there's cracks on top of the cracking paper. Am I confusing you? You'll see how the cracks get smaller down here. Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Well, now we've gone that far. I'm just going to finish it up. I am. So then you just add a little bit of that gold wherever you want. I'm hitting the high points pretty much. I don't know. I'm not following any of my rules today. I'm just kind of letting it. Because it's kind of like I want it to look like it used to be gold. It's falling apart. I don't want it to be like everywhere perfect. It's supposed to be kind of aged and rusty and crusty and like it used to be, all beautiful, and now it's a different kind of beautiful to me. Okay. You like the pail? Good. Okay. See how long it takes me to get back to you? I'm sorry. Just means I'm having fun. Having fun. Yeah, I'm liking that. Almost like these were gold gilded at one point, but now they're kind of rubbed raw and kind of sad. Not gold anymore, but my kind of sad. I like it. Okay. I'm just gonna touch up just a little bit of glistening here and there. Tie it all in. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty, you guys. I can't show you up close on this one. Let me see. Maybe I can if I do this. No, I got too much stuff here. Okay, I'll tip it down a little. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so gorgeous. So pretty. What do you guys think? You liking it? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm going to turn it around so I can get the bottom done. And I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just going to grab this extending wax. Like I said, you could use any wax. And it almost dulls things when I put it on. That's okay. Then I bring it all back in. Ah, do not break the wood you bend, Tracy. And the sides are all sealed and everything, so I'm just doing the top. I'm just aging the top. Go in and do the whole thing later. But the wax is not to seal it at this point, it's to decorate it. I can see the cracks a lot over here. Not as much over here. I'll have to go back and watch myself and see what I did different. Then I'm gonna get some more of this brown. What is it called? This is the patina from dark brown from Posh Chalk. And I'm just gonna scrub it into all those little cracks and crevices where I put that antiquing enamel or crackling enamel. Scrub it in and wipe it back. Dry cloth. And if I really have areas, ooh, that texture is picking up that texture. That's gorgeous, gorgeous. Because we put so much texture in the paint underneath the paper. Now it's picking that up too. Oh, so many layers. So many goody goodness layers. Yeah, I think the crackle's starting to come more now. Starting to dry out. If I were you, I would put it on and let it dry. Come back later. You can add heat. You can always add heat even if it's dry, and see if it adds more crackle with the heat. But if I were you and I was doing this, I'd let it, like, not rush it like I did. So pretty though. Okay, adding that dark. Okay, I know I've been on a long time. I will go around and do all my gold myself. I don't even know where I put my brush. And I will take pictures of it. It will be on my Facebook page. I will get the Posh Chalk on my website, all of it. I have some of it on now, but I will get all of the crackling paste and the enamel and the color kicks, all the colors, and the new black and or gray Posh Chalk pigments on there. The glass plaster is already on there, so you guys can play with all the things too. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, just this little bit of gold is kicking it up a notch. And I'm not even like trying. Okay, so a good thing to do, which I'm doing now, is to turn your piece around when you're doing this gilding, because I could not see from my side all the places I was missing looking head on. So now that I'm looking head on, I need to go back in because you're not seeing you're not seeing the stuff I'm doing on this side. So do both sides is what I'm trying to say. You know, turn it around and look so you're sure you're getting, it's like furniture, you know, so you're sure you're getting underneath everything. Okay, we can do a gold, like this was a gold frame at one point. I'm going crazy with the gold now. Now the gold is taking over my life. I love it, love it, love it. But we darkened it up a lot with the brown wax and the iron. So this is just kind of brightening it up a little. And yeah. You could even do gold on the outer rim, which I might do. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, I can't. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. There we go. Can you see it all on, now you can see it all on YouTube, and now you can see it all on Facebook. Yeah. Central Park, do we need a plaque? Do we need a gold plaque down here that says Central Park? I can make one. I might just do that. Okay, guys. Well, that is my live for tonight. If you want to go back and catch what I've done to get to this point, I do have it all documented on Facebook. Like and subscribe on all my things, and I will be doing my lives now on YouTube as well, as long as it's working. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Really appreciate you guys. And let's see, next week, I'm trying to think of all the weeks because we're getting close to Christmas. Next week I should be here. Yeah, next week I'm here. I'll see you then. Bye, guys. Stop streaming.